That's one of those things that can just happen in the blink of an eye and you don't expect it to happen to you, but you fall and slip, right? On the ice outside. Or maybe it's, we just had a snowstorm, whatever it might be. It's not just the elderly it happens to. I want to talk with personal injury attorney Craig Swap. And Craig, you guys deal with this a lot every single year, but people really don't think it happens all that often.
I think you're absolutely right, Jenny, but it happens far too often, and it happens a lot of times because of maybe we're not paying attention like we could or should.
Right.
And really, there's two sides to that coin. I mean, it's homeowners and businesses. We've got a duty to make sure our walkways aren't dangerous, but at the same time, we also have a duty to be careful as individuals.
So let's talk about how it works, because it can be a tricky thing, just like you said, homeowners, business owners. If you're walking up to someone's house, how does it work versus the business?
Well, I think it's all part of the same deal in terms of notice. If I'm walking up to your house, Jenny, and it's just snowing cats and just it's coming down hard, you haven't had time to get out there and clean it, and so I'm walking up your pathway at my own risk. But
Right.
if it's been 2 or 3 days later and you've not done it and it's gotten icy, and then you expose yourself to some potential liability if somebody gets hurt. So it's a notice issue, even with the businesses as well. If businesses invite the public into their establishments, they have a duty to make sure that it's reasonably safe. In Utah, we kind of have snow and ice are part of what we live with always. And so
Right.
there's a pretty high standard, to be able to hold the homeowner or the business owner liable. Because also in Utah, we're a 50-50, or we're a comparative fault state. So if we're 50-50 liable, the pedestrian and there's no recovery. Okay. So it's really those situations where we can save ourselves a lot of heartburn if we just really be careful when we're out there. Don't, wear shoes that are not prone to slip. And just really, really be extra careful when you're getting out of your car. A lot of the slip and falls happen when people step right out of their car. They just push it down. And I think if we can just take a moment and just say, hey, let's be a little extra careful during this winter season, it'll save a lot of challenges for folks.
Yeah, and it also probably gets pretty tricky too if you're in downtown Salt Lake and you fall on one of the sidewalks or something like that. So it's probably a tricky situation, but relatively speaking, if you're a homeowner or a business owner, always make sure that your sidewalks and driveway are clear.
Right. You have a duty. You have a duty to make them clear, and also put salt or something down to make sure they stay safe. That's part of your responsibility as a business owner or a homeowner.
100%. Well, Craig, if they need to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
CraigSwap.com or 800-404-9000.
Fabulous. Thanks so much, Craig. And we'll see you later.
Thank you, Jenny. You're awesome.